divine goddesses, welcome back to my channel. I am SerenaAurora. If this video resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, share the love, guys. This video can be for our divine feminines who are just awakening, and it can also be for the ones who are already woke. This can also sometimes borderline into twin flame readings and love relationship, our ultimate soulmate relationships. So we will see what comes out. And also my guides have told me not to put timelines on my videos anymore. So this could resonate with a year from now. This can resonate a month from now, whatever it is for you. That's what we're going to go off of. So let's get started. Let's pull some cards here. What are the messages for the Divine Feminine Collective? Okay, so let me pull some from, I have a pile of decks over here. It gets a little bit ridiculous, to be quite honest. I try to clean it up, but it still gets crazy with me doing readings during the day and then making videos during the day and also doing my own personal readings. It seems like I can never put away enough decks. Ooh. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy already in this reading. There's a lot of guides, spirit guides, ascended beings that are masculine that are coming through. I just did a reading for myself with that deck and almost all feminine energy came through. So we will see what else comes through. Okay, so first off, I see Dharma unfolding. Now, Dharma can come after your karma, after some hard lessons. Some people call it after our Judas. I've had many, many, many Judases in my life, almost in every single relationship that I've encountered up till now in my life. Well, maybe not my wife, but I've had some really bad things happen to me. So they want to remind you that you are on the right path and to take one step at a time. And that one step at a time is going to make you reach happiness. Also, I'm hearing that enjoy the process and not the goal so much. Sometimes we get so fixated on the goal that we don't understand that if we got to the goal, then we would just strive for something else and be unhappy in that area until the next goal happens. You're going to have to learn to enjoy the process. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So forgiveness can be a tricky one. I've explained this in previous videos. If you are new here, my idea behind forgiveness is different than just the typical let go and live type energy. Forgiveness is not, I'm sorry. Forgiveness is not allowing someone's bad behavior to continue. It does what source showed me, which I would have to write it down, which is kind of hard to explain, but when you forgive, it just means that you completely detach yourself from something. So when we aren't forgiving, we're not taking on our sadness, we're actually taking on the toxicity of the other person who hurt us. So hurt people, and that's something that we have to remember. And when we forego something, we give it back. And that's what forgiveness is. It has nothing to do with, pride or stubbornness. It actually just has to do with like, that shit doesn't belong to me anymore, and I'm not going to carry it, and I'm not going to carry this big boulder because this belongs to you. So remember that when you forgive someone, you forego the karma. And that's the only way to get rid of karma on this planet, is through forgiveness. So when we let go of attachment to the pain that we want, because we would have let go if not, that's what begins the process of healing some of our inner wounds that don't belong to us, that belong to someone else, and then we are left with our stuff. So what is it that I need to work on after I've completely cut that cord and severed it? Light activation, shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So, it's pretty obvious that, the light activation and the answers are coming through. Your intuition is picking up on some things. Now, for some reason, the lilies on this are standing out. I don't know why, but you that might be something for you guys. I mean, the lily is the foregoing of the divine feminine. It is the fleur-de-lis. It is the, the fleur-de-lis has 2 petals, which is representing, Venus, and the women are, sorry, it's stuttering. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together. So it can represent sex, it can represent, our reproductive organs, it can represent the energies of the masculine and the feminine. But either way, that's really what we've been doing the past couple years, is learning how to balance those two, because we've had so much masculine energy in the world, that we are bringing in the divine feminine. Commander Ashtar, call to action, takes charge, lead by example, walk the talk. So that's just meaning the advice that you give your friends, take it. Do what you're telling other people to do. The things that I've learned, the things that come out of my mouth through spirit in my readings for others is usually advice that comes up for me later on, so that I know that I can take that advice as well. The cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So there's something here that you guys know, that you guys just need to take it and go with it and quit making excuses. The Dharma that's unfolding is right under financial and material changes. So 5, this can be a purge of the old timeline. This can be a purge of old jobs. This can be purging of an old mindset behind our material world and what we feel good in. I know I've been hearing a lot of people connecting with what they truly want in this. This year has really made people think about the things that they want. And whether it's people are traveling who have never traveled before, just because the freedom of travel has been taken away from us. This is something that has sparked people's inspiration to see the world before they die. People are starting new businesses because we've had to get creative, as well as it's pushed us to follow our dreams and find and force us to find those things that we really, really like. Now, the financial changes, I mean, our lives kind of revolve around money. We don't want to be too attached to money. We want to know that we want to take care of ourselves, but we also want to take care of ourselves mentally and emotionally. So remember, your relationship with money is really important right now. The fact that it's below the Dharma is a good thing. If karma is those debts that we take on in past lives, when it becomes Dharma, you are released from your karma and you're allowed to bring those blessings into your life. So again, in the full moon reading that I just put up, for the 31st of October, this is speaking to that there's going to be some financial situation that happens, something really good happens for us. The sacred vision, so choose to forgive in order to heal. This is what's going to start your new beginning, guys. The new beginning is going to start with, they keep showing me a landslide of things. So it's just kind of like when everything rolls downhill, it's going to impact every aspect of your life. Light activation, shine your light, which I'm going to put some more cards down on this in a second, but what was I? Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So your passion is ignited. What was I just talking about? You know, us being forced to find things that we enjoy in our life. And for some reason, they are telling me, you know, I'm sure some of you have seen this video where they show the timeline of our life. And it's like 0 to the average life is like, I don't know, if you want to say like 90 or whatever. And they cut off the segment of when we aren't working and when we actually get to enjoy life. A large majority of our life is through our work. If you think of like, I mean, I was working and babysitting when I was like 14. So I've been working multiple jobs my whole life up until this last couple years that I just said, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I shouldn't have to. I deserve wealth and happiness, and I deserve, you know, quality of life, just like all of you. Everybody deserves a quality of life. So this passion ignited is the internal guidance coming through. So if there's something that you need to make a decision about, you just need to go for it. You need to walk the talk. Triumphant success is next to the commander. This is a new beginning mentally. This is about mental determination. This is about not letting the negative thoughts push you down. And again, it's take charge, lead by example, walk the talk. So if you're telling other people to follow their dreams and you're telling your family and friends, which I'm sure you are because I am talking to the divine feminines here, the divine feminine and the goddesses that I am preaching to are the people who uplift other women and uplift other people. So take your own advice. I know that you're giving out this so much, but give it back to yourself. The cloak of wisdom, you already know the answer you seek. And this has to do with the Empress. And the Empress has everything she wants. She enjoys life because she is... this is past the Magician. So the Magician, I'm forgetting what number it is right now, but she comes past that. So she's already manifested everything that she needs in order to enjoy the type of life that she wants. Now, what kind of life you want is up to you. Some people enjoy living off grid. That's luxury to them. Some people think big houses is luxury. Some people think, you know, I know a couple people who live in like RV or van type life. So it just all depends on what that is for you. Think about it, make the decision to move forward. Let's see about these financial and material changes. I want to know more. Moving. That's a part of financial and our material changes that is definitely in direct correlation to both of those things. More fives. Okay. So, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Wheel. So again, we have 3 5s. This means big changes in your life. This is directly correlated to anything that makes you feel like the rug may be pulled out from under you. This can be connected to some people in the spirit. Whenever you go and you learn tarot, a lot of people will say this card is, the fives are scary because it is usually a period of purging. It's mental conflict, it's internal conflict, it's external conflict, but we have to shake things up in order to change. So once the 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the tarot is going to be about making, starting a new beginning, finding out what you want, going after the things that you want and allowing them to come to you, building the foundation. And then there comes the fives of actually bringing those things into your life that make those changes. So sometimes when we make those changes in our life, it fucks with our head. When we start doing well and we're so used to sabotaging ourselves, the ego will come up and those old templates will come up and it'll try to self-sabotage us. It'll make us doubt ourselves, and it will also it's the imposter syndrome. So it really is a battle against the ego. So these changes can come up and we're used to crisis, and things get boring, things get too easy. So then you start to create that crisis in your life. So fives can be a little bit, in a way, they can be damaging unless you can channel that energy properly, and you just have to focus on the goal, the desire that you want. So if it's traveling the world, you need to focus on the money in order to do those things, to be able to have a job that will allow you to travel. If you want to start your own business and have the means to do that in the more free time, this is also those decisions that you need to make. Whatever it is, it's gonna require change, and change is inevitable. So I am seeing the internal battle. I am seeing changes of purging old, letting go of fear mentality. This is also about telling people to mind their own damn business. Mind your business. This is the jealousy that comes with people who succeed, and it's in the spiritual community, it's in the religious community, it's in our professional life, sometimes it's in our family life, sometimes it's our friends. So you need to realize that the haters are always going to be there, and that comes with being seen. If it's your goal to be seen in some way, shape, or form, to be able to sell your products, to market yourself, to get that promotion, to put yourself out into the dating life, it's going to require you to be seen. And with that comes, when people don't like people who are secure in themselves, they try to project their own insecurities onto you. So they project their pain in order for you to feel pain. Don't acknowledge them. Shine brighter. There is some moves being involved here. So this is a card of packing your bags and moving forward. This is a long journey ahead, but it's one that's much needed because it's a 10. It's a new beginning. Moving into smoother waters, I am seeing that there might be some art, like I was saying, the haters, this might be the internal battle, or it can be external. It doesn't have to always be internal. It can be arguments, it can be tension. And then this added on to that kind of does show me that there might be some external people who aren't used to you doing things outside of the box, or this can be changing your mind on political views. This can be changing your mind on what you want in your world, those type of things. So moving into smoother waters is what you need to do. Remember that you can't run away from your problems. We can only move forward from them. And then the wheel. So the wheel is just letting me know under Dharma that this is your fated life versus your destiny life. And your destiny life is the one that you chose for yourself, not the one you were born into. So everyone has that opportunity to move forward. Let's see. What else? I'm going to put some down on the light activation. And the fertility. All right, so this is something that you really, really want, even working towards and dedicating yourself to, that might have been moving slow. This is not a very spiritual reading, guys. This is like very mundane. I'm sure that there's spiritual development within this. Not saying that, but this, we get to, when we move into our Dharma, we've worked on our spiritual life so much so that we've moved into a different phase in our life where we get to enjoy the blessings of this material world. So it does show me to, again, they're reminding you to let go of the past. So let go of the past, let go of this idea of, there is some weird idea about money here. Another 5. Another 5. This is about being disappointed about the things that didn't work out. So you might have expectations or judgments on how you think it should work out, and it didn't work out that way. That doesn't mean that it was the right way to happen. You've just got to learn to let go and allow life to pull you in the ways that you need to be pulled. You don't know best. Spirit knows best. Okay, so again, there is this judgment of a situation here. There is a wake-up call to the intuition and the messages that are coming in. These are spiritual messages. This is coming through your gut. This is coming through your heart. And this is also coming through, seems like it's coming through mental epiphany ideas, those, I have an idea type energy. Don't, this energy can also be about hoarding things. So don't think that the more you have of, if this is an idea of money, remember the richest people are the loneliest. I've done readings for people who have lots and lots and lots of money, obscene amounts of money, and they can do whatever they want, but also they weren't the happiness. They weren't the happiest. Their relationships were usually fucked. So I'm gonna have to stop cussing maybe in my videos one day if I do get monetized, because I cuss way too much. All right, we're gonna put some down on fertility. So what is it that's coming through for fertility for you? What are these really beautiful things? And I look at that card and I see, it's under that you already know the answers. They're within. And look where that ball is. It's in your heart. So these answers are the decisions that you need to make are based off of your heart. So trust, get out of your head. Stop putting yourself in a prison of thoughts. Stop overanalyzing things. Letting go of things that no longer serve your best and highest good. This does show me that the balance of truth needs to be there. So make sure you're looking at the truth of everything. It is a death and rebirth to get out of your head and move into your heart. So this is showing me that the outcome of all of this has to do with the divine feminines working from a higher aspect of love, a different consciousness of love. I try not to ever say that people are higher than anyone, and that's why it's kind of hard to describe this heart space that you're moving into. But it is a complete shedding and a death to the ego, a death to the old version of who you thought you were. Letting go of the emotions you have attached to things. It does show me that there is a bit of focusing on your legacy is going to be very, very important from here on out. What do you want to leave behind in the world? This balance is going to help you big time. Trust the signs and omens. Make sure to look at everything and see how you're processing things. So when you look at those things and you bring them into your existence, see how they make you feel and kind of play with your intuition in order to develop it in a stronger way, because the only way we can develop our intuition is by seeking into a situation. So what they are telling me is that see how your heart feels when you're around certain people, when they say certain things, when you put yourself through certain experiences, when you're meditating, all of those things. It's all going to come in through your heart now. So this is what's going to be filtering things as opposed to your ego. And this is actually better because the ego is usually a bit of a liar. And it is actually, the ego doesn't have an IQ. We have a sense of intelligence in our emotions, but not our ego. Now, we can have mental intelligence. That's different than the ego. The ego is usually just extremely fearful, too fearful to even take in new knowledge. It wants to hold on to the past. So emotional intelligence is going to be where you're moving forward. So I hope that that resonated with you guys, and I will see you soon.